Hello there. Welcome to the Nottingham Buddhist Center. My name is Rachel, and I'm going to be leading us in a meditation today, a mindfulness of breathing meditation. Just notice I've got this big thing of sunlight behind me. If that's not too distracting. Just shift my little thing over my head instead. Oh. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. So for those of you who don't know, we have something called a Meditation Toolkit that's out there on our website, YouTube channel that is. So if you want to know more about the mindfulness of breathing that I'll be leading today, or the Metta Bhavana, which are the two main meditation practices that we teach, you can get you can be led through them in all sorts of detail on the Meditation Toolkit, so do check that out. Yes, and just a couple more bits of news, and then I'll get started with the meditation. So just to say, if you are where we've just started doing introduction to Buddhism and meditation courses online. So we've started a 6-week one of those. We're in the middle of that course, but we're planning for another one to be starting in January, I believe. So do keep an eye out for that if you're interested in going a bit deeper with your meditation and or maybe learning a bit about Buddhism. Those courses are for anybody who's interested in either of those things. We have a follow-on course happening at the moment as well, which we may keep an eye on the website. We may or may not have one of those coming in January, February as well. Great. So I think with no further ado, let's get started meditating. There's also, as I said, with the Meditation Toolkit, there's a video out there about posture. If you want to learn more about posture and meditation, I'll just say that generally what we're trying to do is be comfortable and alert for the time that we're meditating. And today I think that will be about let's say 35, 40 minutes. We'll be sitting. So you want a position where your body can really just kind of settle down into its position, trying to stay still as much as we can for that time. And of course, if you're uncomfortable, you need to move position, you just do that in the middle of the meditation and then come to stillness again. So comfortable and alert is what we're trying to do. So I'm trying to sit I'm sitting on a chair and I'm not leaning against the back of it. It helps me to just use the bottom of the chair to rest on. And then I've got if you can see this, I've got a blanket around my waist, and that's where I rest my hands in when I'm meditating. What that does is allow shoulders to kind of be back in a more comfortable position than if my hands were resting in my lap. Good. I think I'm ready to meditate today as well. So just coming into your posture, into a comfortable position. Letting your eyes close if you're happy with that. That feels good to you. And if you'd rather keep your eyes open, then just looking down with a soft gaze toward the ground, maybe a few feet in front of you. And before we get into the mindfulness of breathing proper, I'm going to lead us through a body scan, just help us settle into our bodies. And maybe first of all, just becoming aware of your face. Your face and your head, your physical head, your neck. Just letting your face soften, your neck relax. And becoming aware of physical sensations in the face and the head. And then coming down a bit further to your shoulders, your upper back, your upper chest. And again, just letting these soften as much as you're able. And then just noticing sensations in this area. You may notice these would be very simple sensations, possibly. So maybe some temperature, coolness, or warmth. Perhaps the feel of fabric on your skin. Maybe there'll be some internal sensations, muscle tension or softness. Just looking to see whatever's there. Now coming down to the middle of your chest. And again, just noticing sensations in the chest, through to the back, the sides. And allowing those sensations to be just as they are. You may notice very strong sensations. You may notice very little. And all of that is all right. It's just allowing and checking in with what you do notice. Not trying to make anything happen. And then coming down to sort of the middle of your torso and your stomach area, and a bit lower, little sort of belly area. And just softening, allowing sensations here. Maybe becoming aware of your hands and your arms as well. Letting your arms just drop gently from your shoulder sockets and just rest on whatever's beneath them. And just noticing sensations in the arms. And now dropping down a bit more, down into your pelvis, your sitting bones, your lower back, your lower belly. And noticing the contact between your sitting bones and whatever's beneath you. Just letting your weight drop down into the sitting bones. And noticing the support from the chair or the cushion, the stool beneath you. Now coming down to your upper legs. So perhaps you can feel, again, the chair beneath the backs of your thighs. And again, just enjoying that support. And noticing any other sensations that you feel in the upper legs. Coming down now to the lower legs and the feet, the ankles. And just noticing sensations here. They don't need to be big sensations. You're just noticing what's there. And now taking a moment to become aware of your body as a whole. And even just being a bit aware, a bit of space around your body. Just settling into this world of sensations. It's happening all the time. And if there's any part of this experience that's difficult or painful, then just bringing a lot of softness and gentleness to that part of your experience. In a few moments, we're going to begin the mindfulness of breathing. And when we do that today, let's particularly focus on Just letting the breath be as it is, just as it is. Shallow or deep or short or long or raspy or soft. We're just going to let it be as it is. We can apply this to our whole experience. So all the sensations we're feeling, the thoughts we're sensing, we're going to give them all permission to be there. We're going to soften and allow, and we're going to keep coming back to the breathing. Gentle awareness of breathing as it is. The mindfulness of breathing. So in this first stage, we just gently begin to turn our attention towards the breathing process. Just with ease and curiosity, begin to sense into where we feel the breathing, how it feels, and what it's like to breathe. And in this first stage, we gently count as we breathe. So the breath comes in, the breath goes out. We count 1. Breath in, breath out, count 2. We do this up until 10, then we begin again. And we're just tuning in to actual sensations of breathing as they are, without any effort to make them be a certain way. We're just looking. Getting interested and curious about where all in the body can we sense the breathing happening. And how does it feel? How does it feel today to breathe? We're still dropping in a gentle count after each out breath. And now in the second stage, we count before the in-breath. So we count one, the breath comes in, the breath goes out. Count two, breath in, breath out. And we do this up until 10 and begin again. And if you lose track of the count at any point, it's not a problem, just starting again at 1. And if your mind wanders off, that's fine too. You notice, just gently come back to the breathing and counting just before the in-breath. Mind wandering is just part of how it is in this moment. We're just looking at and curious about what is. And maybe just noticing if there's any wanting the breath to be a certain way. Maybe soft or deep. And then just coming back to curiosity about how the breath really is right now. And now in the third stage of the practice, we let go of the counting. So just breathing Noticing your breathing as it is. Not trying to make it be anything in particular. What is that like? Allowing it to be as it is. Maybe just checking in with your shoulders. How are they? Just enjoying softening into allowing the breathing to be as it is. Now, in the final stage of the practice, we bring our attention to the place where the breath first enters and last leaves the body. And just looking here gently and curiously for actual sensations of breathing. Where can you first feel breath entering? And where can you last feel it leaving? Just being very soft and gentle in your exploration of where this place is, where the breath first enters and last leaves. Allowing it to be fluid and different with each breath. And not losing contact with your breathing body as a whole. Keeping some of your attention on the broader experience of breathing. And softening and allowing your experience to be just as it is right now. With a lot of warmth and kindness for whatever's there. Now, in the last minute or so of the practice, just letting go of any efforts that you've been making. And just settling into this experience, sitting, breathing, and allowing. And just taking a bit of time to bring the meditation to a close. And just getting a sense maybe of your hands and your feet, a bit of a wiggle. Maybe just moving any part of your body that's ready to move a little bit, loosen up a bit. And then when you're ready, opening up your eyes. Lovely. Thank you for meditating with me. As always, if you have any questions or anything that you want to talk to us about, then feel free to put something in the chat or email us at the center if it comes later. So our email address is info@nottinghambuddhistcenter.org. Yeah. And I'm going to say a word about Dana, which means generosity. And it's the way we've been running the Nottingham Buddhist Center for 24 years, just about, which is a lovely practice and is quite different from how things work in most of the rest of the world. Basically what it means is generosity. So we give our teaching very freely at the center. So all of our courses, these drop-in meditations, everything that we offer is offered freely because we want it to be available to anybody who'd like to access it. And then at the same time, we need to keep running. We want to keep running and offering these things. So we have 4 full-time order members or training to be order members that we support with a very basic income. And we have a lovely old building in the center of Nottingham, which we need to maintain. So yes, if you're able to give financially to us, well, it's very much appreciated, and we rely on donations. And if you're not able to, then that's completely fine as well. And we just ask that you keep coming along to our events because that's what we're doing them for. If you are able to give, I believe there's a link underneath this video, and there's definitely one on our website. So yeah, thank you very much for being with me today, and I hope to see you next week. Take care, have a good week.